Um, Let me go and look at something real fast. Because I did film something. Okay, yes, I was on Athene, so we are now going to... She is basically just as she sounds. She basically controls blood. And she is an enchantress that was basically turned into an enchantress against her will, because she was originally human. That's what an Akafetia is. A enchantress or fae turned into what they are against their own will. So basically they think they are monsters. Because they were always scared to even see these things. Actually, so, that being said, when turned, she was absolutely terrified, and she thought she was a monster, and still does think she is a monster, because she is absolutely terrified of magical folk still, even though she is now one herself. That is kind of how I explained in that one collab with Ace, in a way, that revealed Zarafinicia. She believes that she is a monster because of how things turned out. Basically, she was experimented on unwillingly, of course, because they said they basically knew she wouldn't want to, but they wanted to take people who they knew wouldn't want to, or thought wouldn't want to be experimented on, and experiment on them and turn them into fays or enchantresses, which some of those people did want to be turned into fays or enchantresses, but a vast majority of said people did not. Like Xena, she wanted to be turned because she always thought humans sucked. And a character I have not revealed yet wanted to be turned but it didn't exactly go the way they wanted, so she came out as half enchantress, half dragon. Anyways, whatever. We're on Zarafinicia right now. Zarafinicia is definitely one of the characters who is magic, but is still absolutely terrified of magic folk, and what they could do to her, etc. And obviously certain Akafetias need to actually, like, how do I explain it? How do I explain an Akafetia? English is not with me today. Basically, their soul is human, so they feel they are human, but their body is not human, if you get what I'm saying. yeah, on to the next character. Hi, Dulcie. If you couldn't tell, I'm filming. That's why I didn't answer you immediately. So. And you also get free information on a lot of my characters because we're doing a get to know my characters video. Be right back. Hang on. Moving on to Cyrena. I panicked there because you saw my face for like a split second. I really hope YouTube didn't see that. Anyways, okay, on to Cyrena. This is gonna be a large yap session because she has been in the works and only just recently came out officially. But Cyrena has been in the works for a while before I ever actually brought her to life. And by a while, I mean her original color scheme was supposed to be teal and black. She was for sure gonna have a fully colored face and everything like she has now. For sure. But she's been in the works for a while. I mean, she's been in the works for probably like 6 months. So that's like, I don't know, half a year? So she's been in the work for a while. But then I decided to actually change her color scheme entirely, besides the black, because black is still definitely for sure in her color scheme. Her eyes are supposed to be like solid black, but I can't have colored contacts just yet. So, anyways, besides the point. Basically, English. Basically, Cyrena is Cyrena. She's a siren. She's a sea monster siren thingy. She's chaotic. She's cool. She's pretty. She can do everything a siren can do, basically. Because, like, hello, she's a siren, for God's sake. Sorry, correction. Sea monster siren. She can also, like, shrink herself. She can both shrink herself and make herself bigger. She can grow and shrink, and it's really, 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 really cool. I just don't know how to freaking edit that in yet, but I really want to display it so bad. I want to display it so freaking bad. But I can't, because I don't know how to edit it. And it's annoying me, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to edit that sooner rather than later. Because I want to display that, okay? I want to display it. Anyways. On to the next character, because I can't say much about Cyrena without spoiling anything, so. Yes, it is very cool, Dulcie. It is very, very, very cool. Hi, Sunflower. Hi, Ozzy. I'm excited to learn how to edit that in because, as I said, I want to display it. Let me go and see what character's next. Hang on. Also, if I just like pause, it's because I'm looking at what character's next. And I'm on my iPad, and I'm also filming on my phone. So. Talking about Elizra now. Oh my gosh, I love Elizra. On to Elizra, my soul of lightness and Naraze's sister. which I'm pretty sure I lined that up very perfectly because Nareze is after this. So I lined that up perfectly. I'm lining a lot of these characters up perfectly, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I'm lining a lot of these characters up pretty perfectly. Anyways, besides the point. Nareze is... not Nareze. Elizra is my soul of lightness. She can do anything that has to do with light. She can make light brighter, she can dim lights, she can make the sun dimmer or make the sun brighter. And I think that's like really, 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 really cool. I find it really cool anyways. I just think that's really, really cool. Because while she can make the sun brighter and dimmer, her and Sunella actually work together, because when Razila dims the sun, well, not dims the sun, makes the moon come up, and Sunella makes the moon go down, the sun go down, Elizra actually dims the sun to make that pretty sunset that you see during the, what's it called? During the night. What, not during the night. What the flip am I talking? Hold on. Why restarting that? I don't know what the heck I'm saying. Hang on. Hold on, people. Hold on. Hello, my constellations, and welcome to another video. I'm gonna keep that stuff. Hello, my constellations, and welcome to another video. Hello, my constellations. I hope you're on. Hello, my constellations. Okay, so. Is that a screenshot? Reasons why. Okay, on to Athene, the Dragon Protector. Okay, so if you are wondering what... Okay, on to Cyrena. We have only talked about 11 out of 72 characters. And 22 of those characters are unreleased. Wait, hold on, let me go count, hang on. 28 of those characters are unreleased. 44 of them are released. We're not even halfway done. This is gonna take absolute days to film, isn't it? It's gonna take days to film. Who are we on? Hold up, wait, who are we? On to Elizra. Holy crap, this is gonna be a yap session. Probably mainly random crap about Elizra, because there's a lot of crap I cannot say about Elizra. So I know some of y'all might be wondering, Ray, how did Elizra croak or kick the bucket, or how did Elizra oof, basically? And the answer to that is fire. Fire and bombs. Fire and bombs. Basically the bombs set off gasoline, and then obviously the explosion from the bombs was hot, so the gasoline set on fire. And while Elizra and Nareze were trying to escape from where they were at, they did not make it. at all, if you couldn't tell. So of course they were asleep for a few minutes up until Lilith came and got them and brought them back to the Nerida, which is where all souls or anyone that has to do with light and darkness resides. That is a certain place in the Nerida for Lilith and Nixara there live. So and that place I have not decided on a name for yet, but I am gonna name it hopefully soon. I have not decided on a name for it yet, nor have I designed how I want it to look inside my head. Anyways, we're not talking about them right now. Elizra is my soul of lightness, by the way. So basically, Elizra went with wanting to have done everything that she wanted to do in life, and she did everything that, and she basically went peacefully, is what I'm trying to say. That's what light souls are, basically. That's what light souls are. They go peacefully without any complaints, and they have already done everything that they wanted to do in life. Now non-alive age stuff is completely different in Magia compared to what it is on Earth. So you keep aging after you pass away in Magia. You continue to age until you would be 300. Sorry, not 300, 300,000. So basically you age for an eternity up until you are so old, you would be so old that you can't exactly do much. And by not do much, I mean you'd be not exactly alive. So yeah. What am I forgetting? Hang on. Hang on. Jay, what are you gonna flip out on? Also, I am so sorry I'm not answering y'all immediately. I am filming a get to know my characters video. Also, thank God. Anyway, on to Nareze, because I know for a fact that Nareze is next after Elizra. Let me just double check though, even though I know she's probably next. Rosatisa. On to Nareze. Nareze is chaos. She is my Dark Soul. And basically, Dark Souls go non-peacefully. So they like put up a fight when going to the Nirda, and they don't want to leave the home, they want to stay. Also, Light and Dark Souls are just like souls that are lost. Well, usually that's what they are. But for Nareze and what's her name? Elizra, that's not the case. They are still lost somehow, but that lost has a different meaning. Lost for them means like they are no longer at the Nirda. And they are literally souls of lightness and darkness. Usually though, they would be classified into light and darkness souls, which that's very confusing. But basically one Nareze is the evil one, and yeah, Elizra is the good one. So anyways, besides the point, again, there's gonna be a lot of besides the points in this video. And I'm also gonna get off track a lot in this video. I am so sorry for that, by the way. Stop getting off track, Ray. Anyways, basically, Nareze put up a huge fight, and also disturbed a lot of homes while going to Lanerda, because she did not want to go. She wanted to stay in her house. She did not want to leave at all whatsoever. She wanted to stay. She didn't want to go anywhere. So she put up this huge fight that I will definitely be elaborating more on. We're not gonna be elaborating more on that right now. But basically, Nareze is like the eviler part of Elizra, because like that's her sister. In real life, before they passed away from the fire, they were bullied. They were like hardcore bullied. And Elizra tried to fight them back with kindness, and Nareze tried to fight them back with just pure rudeness. Kind of like how I do. Because, like, if you're mean to Nareze, she's gonna be very rude back. Like me. Because, you know, anyways. I just wanted to add that little detail in there. Anyways, and basically the bullying got so bad that Nareze finally snapped and got into a fight with one of the bullies. And what was supposed to just be a simple high school fight turned into both Elizra and Nareze getting oofed. So yeah, on to the next character who has a much happier story, I think. I don't know. A lot of my characters don't have super happy stories. Anyways, on to the next character, yep. I'm just gonna ignore the extremely traumatizing things that happen in these stories. Yeah. Pretty sure Rosatisa. On to Rosatisa, the dead rose. She's exactly how she sounds. She is a rose that's dead, but humanoid. Yeah. She is cool and pretty and fun and awesome. And cool and fun and awesome and pretty. I can't say a whole lot about her because she's still one of my newer characters, and for a lot of my newer characters, I don't have their whole story developed yet. But basically, Rosatisa also, like a lot of my characters, started off as human. And then, something happened. I haven't decided what I want that something to be yet. Something happened, and she turned into a rose. She turned into a rose, like just a plain, normal rose. Which she still has that form till this day. She basically turned into a humanoid rose, by the way. Which she still has that form to this day, but it only really comes out anymore when she feels safe. Because in Magia, dead roses are very, 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 very poisonous and toxic and dangerous. And, like, even the, like, thorns on the dead rose, if you touch even one of them, if you even, like, touch the rose at all, instant death. Like, actual instant death. You can't even blink. You drop dead immediately. Basically is what happens. You immediately drop dead. Like, you don't get a warning, nothing. And the only time Rosatisa usually feels safe or is feeling safe is when she's alone. So she lets her guard down, naturally. Anyways, basically, before all that, basically, she got stepped on when she was in her normal rose form, and yeah. From there, she kind of wilted and withered away, and then she became, well, what's known as a dead rose. So yeah. That's really all I have developed for right now for Rosatisa. There. Okay, who's next? I love Elise Nasa, oh my gosh. On to Elise Nasa, one of my favorite characters of all time, and also the same character whose book I'm currently working on still. As of recording this, I don't know when the heck this is gonna be posted, but I do know it's gonna be a very long video. Anyways, besides the point. Basically, Elise Nasa has drama in her story. So I can't talk a lot on Elise Nasa, otherwise it will spoil the story big time. But I can say things like how she turned into the mystic assassin, what her relationship with her parents are, how whatever's happening. So basically, her relationship with her whole family is terrible. It was an absolutely amazing relationship with all her family before she became an assassin. But she had to become an assassin to protect her family, basically. So she basically had no choice but to become an assassin to protect her family. Because she had to sign off on this paper where basically absolutely no one, not even her, would be assigned to her family. But then one day, she basically got assigned to kill a family member, and let's just say that didn't end too well for her boss. Basically she grabbed her pew pew and pew-pewed him in the head. Yeah. That's all I can say on her. Because, as I said, book spoilers would be necessary to explain anything else. And I don't want to spoil a whole lot of her book, because I want y'all to actually read the book. So yeah. That part is in the book, though. I think I am going to go on ahead and hop off for now. I will definitely be back on later. But, goodbye, my constellations. I love you all so, so, so,